Hey there guys, my name is Marcus, and in this video I'm going to compare QQQM with FTEC. I'm someone who loves analyzing ETFs, and I'll be really curious on your thoughts on QQQM or FTEC, and also if you have any ideas or any ETFs that you would like me to compare, new ones on the market, etc. Write it down below in comments too, and I will make videos on it. Also, I created a course in which I'm teaching you how we can make money with ETFs, what are some best dividend yield ETFs, what are some things that you should know about ETFs, all the important stuff. You will find the course down below in the description. Check it out. Now let's start here, and I'm going to show you the important stuff. Now, what is QQQM? This is the first thing. QQQM was introduced by Invesco only because they want to be more competitive on the market, only because QQQM is exactly same as QQQ, but with a lower expense ratio and lower liquidity. Now, what does it mean is that Invesco had a QQQ, but they didn't want to lower the expense ratio. Expense ratio is, let's say that you're gonna invest $10,000 and you would pay expense would be the management fee $15. But they didn't want to do it for QQQ because they would be losing money. Because when they have for QQQ 0.20% expense ratio, they don't want to put it to 0.17, 0.16. And so they created a new product for new upcoming investors. Now, expense ratio is much higher comparing to FTEC, and you see it right here. Expense ratio by Fidelity ETF is only 0.08. Now, assets under management are a little bit higher on Fidelity side, comparing to issuer Invesco QQQM. And then also the index is completely different. QQQM is copying the top 100 companies in NASDAQ. And is like primarily right now there are technological companies. The underlying index for FTEC is information technology. And also the diversification is a little bit higher by having 344 stocks comparing to number of holdings of QQQM 104. Expense ratio, as I mentioned, lower on FTEC. FTEC is winning in this department. And when I go further and check the performance of both, they are kind of similar, and you see clearly here that 1 month 8.12 to 1 month QQQM 7.91, 3 months year, so they are kind of like similar. And sometimes, like many times, the FTEC was better. I want to show you also one thing. The performing of the yield is not that great compared like BOO. So they're both not that great for dividend yield, but I just wanted to show you these numbers. Now also what I wanted to show you is number of holdings and what kind of stocks they have. Excuse me. And now when I compare it, technology, look at this, 64% on QQQM, consumer 20%, healthcare 6%. So this is like 91% in these sectors. But look at this, software IT services for FTEC, 50%, computers, phones, household, 21%, semiconductors, 18%. So all these three, 50 plus 18 is 89%. And that's pretty much it. Now, when we go further, we see the QQQM and look at the how heavy it is in stocks, and these stats are damn important. When you compare it to QQQM, you see that Microsoft Corporation is 10%, Apple 10%, Amazon, Tesla, Nvidia. These 5 companies combined get like 40% of whole ETF. On the other hand, FTEC, look at this, 40% Apple and Microsoft Corporation they make. Look at this, Apple and Microsoft Corporation, they make 20%. And that's crazy because there's like half of the QQQM. So you should definitely be wary about FTEC if you want to invest it and into this, only because the diversification of the, like when the whole ETF contains 2 stocks which got 40%, that's heavy investment. And I completely understand then the performing, right? But of course, if these 2 are going to carry on, how they're carrying on in the last few years. When we check Microsoft Corporation, stock and last 5 years, and then also Apple 5 years, you see that it's like going really well. And like it's kind of all right to have it like that. But again, this is something that you should be careful about. I really believe in that. But again, your money, your decision, your choice, of course. Then they have also the finance, I believe. You see like Visa here, PayPal Holdings, MasterCard. And now I want to show you the overlapping of funds. That's also important stuff. When you come here to fund overlap, and we see QQQM with, we go FTEC, you see that 36.6% of QQQ's and 101 holdings are also in FTEC, and 10% of 10.8% of FTEC 344 holdings are also in QQQM. So the overlapping is there, not that huge. Overlap by weight, of course, it's 50%, only because like the Apple and Microsoft Corporation, how much they make. So 50% is there. When we compare the number of holdings, it's 46% and only 10% of FTEC. So FTEC is more diversified. The expense ratio is lower. I agree. But damn, those Apple and Microsoft Corporation having 40% is madness. But again, if you're believer in those companies, go ahead. But yeah. Now, I would be really curious on your thoughts on both of these. What do you think about this video? And if you agree or disagree. And they're both great. I really believe that QQQM is a wonderful for long-term investing. Even the FTEC, if you are okay with the Apple and Microsoft Corporation having nearly 40% of the whole ETF as the value. And of course, the expense ratio is smaller. And yep. And that's pretty much it. Also, my recommendation would be definitely try to focus, or like try to focus on how you can make more money, not by ETF and investing, but making more money in a job and side hustles, business, etc. The ETFs that I definitely recommend to check out is a QQQ. It's a triple leverage. So if you have stomach for it, this is something really crazy. Madness ETF. And plenty of people are, but it's like on the peak right now. So I don't know. But also really crazy ETF that you can check out. But it's a leverage ETF. So I made videos on that too. So definitely check it out. Thank you very much, guys, everybody, for watching. And have a great day and goodbye. This was a video of QQQM versus FTEC. See ya.